Hello and welcome back to Deus Machina Demonbane. The sky fills with missiles, bullets and beams burning with the light of unending explosions as a rain of steel falls upon the ocean. Die! 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 The fighters engage the destroyer robots. The sky fills with missiles and bullets and beams burning with the light of unending explosions as a rain of steel falls upon the ocean. We just had that line. The battle is being waged not just in the air and on the sea, but beneath the waves as well. Packs of submarines from all over the world prowl the waters of Relay. As soon as Cthulhu is spotted, every boat opens fire. It should be impossible to miss such an enormous target, but most of the several thousand torpedoes explode before even reaching the demon god. The blasts fill the water with countless bubbles. Thousands, tens of thousands of strange shapes. Humans? Fish? Are rising from the depths of the sea, clinging to the torpedoes and diverting them from their target. Deep ones! Streaking through the ocean like living torpedoes, the deep ones attack the submarines by grabbing hold and pounding against their armour. However, even their monstrous strength cannot breach steel made to withstand undersea pressures. Damn, how annoying. Unidentified contact approaching at high speed from 2 o'clock. It's huge! 300 meters, and there's more than one! What the hell is it this time? That's... Ah! A dull roar explodes across the water, and behind Cthulhu, the boundary between the sky and the sea vanishes. Dozens of giant water pillars explode from the ocean, soaring high enough to be seen clearly at this distance. The horizon is approaching. Another tsunami? No, wait. These signatures... Captain! It is not a wave that strains the horizon with the corrupt hues of another world, but a horde of enormous fish-like shapes. Hundreds, thousands of them. They fill the sea, churning the waves like a mighty storm as they advance. And each and every one of them... 300 meters long! Monsters! It's a fleet of monsters! What the hell is this? How can this be possible? Dagons and Hydras, the cursed servant of the sea god, deities in their own right. So Cthulhu has summoned them. The monsters' eyes shine through the fog kicked up by their ploughing of the sea. How can the pitiful human mind stand up to such a sight? Faced with unimaginably nightmarish creatures spreading as far as the eye can see, many of the fleet's warriors lose the will to fight. They stand in a daze, reflecting on their short lives. Perhaps that's the correct choice. Perhaps that's the most constructive option. After all, humanity's last military might is being swallowed right before their eyes. And these monsters probably won't even leave corpses behind. Weak! How weak! Humans! Destroyer robots blot out the sky and planes are dropping like flies. The servants of darkness, Dagons and Hydras fill the sea, smashing ships and submarines with hideous fervour, and unable to resist the onslaught, the fleet is nearing total destruction. Cthulhu wriggles its tentacles as though mocking the struggle. Humans. Now that it's come to this, the fleet makes its decision. Many of the planes and submarines are armed with nuclear ordnance. They will unleash all of their remaining nuclear weapons on Cthulhu. The detonation of hundreds of nuclear warheads will annihilate the fleet and do serious damage to the biosphere. But no matter what sacrifices must be made, even if the Pacific Ocean must become a sea of flame, Cthulhu must be destroyed. The commanders prepare to order the strike before the fleet is destroyed. But just then, a bright light fills the sky. The demonic navy halts its attack, and every last monster looks up into the sky. Where moments before there was ceaseless cacophony, now there is silence, broken only by a single verse ringing high above the battlefield. It heralds the coming of the demon-slaying sword. From the hate-scorched sky, tearing a hole in the heavens it appears, with righteous anger in our hearts, shaking the air and sea it appears, we draw forth the sword that smites evil. Blue steel with black wings spread. Thou art the innocent blade, Demonbane. Flying at tremendous speed, the 50-meter-long giant holds a burning gun in its hand. Cruel light erupts from the barrel of the gun. Ah, Cthulhu, beast form! The roar of the shot shatters the air. Light and flame surge from the bullet, quickly coalescing into an enormous shape. Where before there was a bullet, now there is a majestic beast, galloping through the sky at the speed of sound. The beast roars without sound, for its voice is beyond such mundane concept, filled as it is with the power that shakes the laws of the universe. Cthulhu's roar is pure destruction, consuming its enemies mercilessly, and its body is like a living sun as it attacks with claws and fangs. It descends upon the fleet of sea demons, its heat rivaling that of a nuclear explosion. 1/3 of the monsters are instantly vaporized along with the surrounding water, but everything outside of the field of destruction remains utterly untouched, for Cthulhu only annihilates what it must. What is that Demonbane's power? Impossible! Nothing like this is in any of our data! Shit, we wasted one round already. This power is extraordinary. Now we can do battle with Cthulhu. Stop saying Cthulhu when you mean Cthulhu, damn it. Hell yeah, but first let's take care of these guys. This is Demonbane. We're here to obliterate the enemies of Earth. Shantak! Jets of magic erupt from Demonbane's black wings. Turning a wide arc through the air, we accelerate towards the stunned demons. Scimitar of Barzai! Light gathers in Demonbane's left hand, crystallizing into a shining scimitar. I bring it down on the nearest Dagon as we pass overhead. Shaya! It smashes through its shell, slicing tender flesh underneath. More resistance from hitting bone travels up Demonbane's arms. I sever its thick backbone, rip through its organs, and swing out through its tail. Fresh green blood gushes. The bisected Dagon sinks into the waves. The remaining sea demons all move at once. They come upon us from all directions, fangs bared and head tentacles wriggling. I spread the blades of the scimitar into a circle. I fling the saucer-shaped scimitar like a boomerang, and it whirls through the air, slicing into the attacking Dagons like a buzzsaw. That chorus of screaming reverberates and causes the ocean itself to tremble, and the flying scimitar cuts through their faces. They writhe in agony, throwing blood and water into the air. Wreathed in blood mist, the scimitar hunts down further prey. While waiting for it to return, I cast my next spell. Ithaqua! Silver light appears in my empty hand, quickly gaining mass and form. A silver revolver materializes. Light surges from the barrel, the sight of it cold enough to freeze one's soul. God beast form! With the light comes a bullet, streaking through the air in a cloud of glittering, velocirated snow. Vari-coloured snow, damn it. Okay, let's try that line from the top. With light comes a bullet, streaking through the air in a cloud of glittering, vari-coloured snow. Lightning crackles along its path, caused by the sudden plunge in temperature. Cold flames burst from the bullet, spreading across the sky, and from the freezing inferno emerges a dragon made of ice. The dragon soars above the sea of monsters, scattering twinkling particles of light as it goes. Shining, as though surrounded by diamonds, Ithaqua is something out of a fairy tale. But as Ithaqua passes overhead, a sudden gale, the water beneath it solidifies instantly, trapping the Dagons in ice. Where mere moments ago steam had been rising from the waves, now there is only a frozen sea. Even the cries of the dying are locked in the ice. And this is the second. It's a fire sale. You can thank me for this. The hellish dance of flame and ice continues to annihilate the demon fleet, and even I can't help but tremble at the terrible sight. So this is Al's full power. So this is Demonbane's true power. Yeah. One Dagon breaks free from the ice and leaps upon Demonbane with a furious roar. But before its massive body can crush us, the scimitar comes whirling back. I dismiss Cthulhu and catch the scimitar. Quickly returning it to blade form, I swing it with a great shout. Rah! An invisible blade of energy extends from the scimitar, and I barely feel any resistance at all as it lops off the Dagon's 50-meter wide head. The head sails through the air, spewing nasty blood everywhere, before hitting the water with a tremendous splash. Pretty awesome! Keep it up, Kuru. We can't be playing with these weaklings forever. Got it? What is that robot? Surviving warriors can do nothing but watch in stunned disbelief as the tide of battle turns before their eyes. With nothing more than the arrival of one robot, they have been saved from the total hopeless destruction that they thought was their inevitable fate. The unbelievable sight is a vision from a dream. New contacts have appeared! Beyond Cthulhu! Reinforcements! Reinforcements? It looks like we made it just in time. Yes, and Demonbane has already begun to show results. Zombio preparations complete. We're launching, Robo. A destroyer robot emerges from the hangar of Nodens, flagship of the Haddow fleet. Painted differently than Black Lodge's robots, this machine was put together by Dr. West on the Flying Destroyer robot design. Elsa watches Demonbane's furious battle with a satisfied smile. We're coming to help, darling. Indeed, and we have a full house today. Galaxy, listen to my song! Dr. West wails on his guitar from the co-pilot's seat, and the illusory Heart Mother Destroyer robots begin to gather, having noticed the arrival of the Haddow fleet. Doctor, let's go, Robo. Yes, Elsa! Show them the true power and beauty of our science! Zombio's rocket boosters thunder as it rises into the air. The Destroyer robots unleash their beams on Elsa's machine, but it's no longer there. The robot dances through the sky, avoiding the beams as it brings its own cannons to bear. Beam! It was so tempted to do that in the Wallace voice and go, cheese! Sorry. I'm breaking the mood. Her beams blast many Destroyer robots to pieces. There's my love heart! Following the launch of Zombio, Nodens disgorges a horde of fighter planes that join the remaining planes of the fleet to counterattack the Destroyer robots. Once again, the air is filled with the fire and smoke of battle. Ugh! Pathetic! Is this all the God's servants are capable of? Chewing furiously on his thumbnail, Augustus is clearly agitated as he watches Demonbane rout the sea demons. Calm down. Indeed, its powers are far greater than our data suggests, but it is still no match for this god. Despite his scoffing tone, Vespanius is not as calm as he seems. These creatures are servants of the god, minor deities in their own right, each with power equal to that of Dogen and the Hydra. Who could have imagined there existed something on this earth that could defeat so many of them? As he watches the warrior giant dance through the mists of blood covering the ocean, Vespanius finds himself trembling. What is this awesome thing that freezes his heart, binding his soul with the crushing chains of fear? This is almost like Master Therion. What is this nonsense? There cannot exist two beings capable of striking terror into my heart. That's right. That's all. Calm down. Forcing down his fear, he manages to calm the violent pounding of his heart. He glares furiously at the image of Demonbane. However, Augustus, even so, you are quite right to be disturbed. Quite right indeed, Augustus. Augustus, here and now we must finish Demonbane once and for all. That machine is dangerous, far too dangerous. I don't need you to tell me that. The Golden Bow. Access the central unit. Hear me, O mighty Cthulhu. Destroy thy enemies. Kuru! Cthulhu's tentacles come for us, clearing several kilometers in the blink of an eye. Before I can see or hear them, I can feel the nauseating pressure of their presence, and I immediately increase the output of Shantak. A tentacle plunges into the sea, sending us an enormous spout of water. Its dragon's head seizes a Dagon, one of its own allies. The monster howls, writhing in pain as the dragon's jaws clamp down on it mercilessly. I hear the horrible sound of teeth cracking through shell and bones. The fleshy lumps that were the Dagon fall into the sea, befouling the water with its blood. What a foul appetite! Kuru, it'll never end like this! But with so many enemies still attacking the fleet, I can't just... Explosions suddenly tear into the monsters surrounding Demonbane. Their pain flailing boils the sea as they roar furiously at the planes that just unleashed a barrage of missiles upon them. Ah! Mr. Deju, can you hear me? The Allied fleet will take care of the remaining enemies. You must defeat Cthulhu as quickly as possible. But... This fight is not yours alone, Mr. Deju. For the Haddow group, this is the final battle in our long war with Black Lodge, and everyone here has the same determination. This is the battle between mankind and the evil gods for the fate of the world. You cannot shoulder all that burden alone, Mr. Deju. Please, complete your mission. Butler. It's just as that girl and her lot say. What's more, victory is only possible if we destroy Cthulhu. Well, that's how it is. But don't get me wrong, I'm not here to make friends with you. I simply can't allow seafood to determine the fate of the... Ah! They're shooting at us! Elsa, fire! Slow them down, your barrage isn't wide enough. Damn it, Robo. Good luck, darling. And with that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next, and incidentally, 101st part. So thank you very much for sticking with this series for 100 parts, and I will see you in the next.